Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into an elderly neighbor's spotless home and wondered how they do it? Not just the gleaming floors or tidy shelves, but that wonderful sense of warmth and order that makes you want to sit and stay a while. The truth is, after years of learning from vibrant seniors across America who maintain their own beautiful homes, I've discovered their heartwarming secrets. These aren't complicated cleaning routines or expensive solutions. They are simple, sustainable habits that keep their homes naturally fresh and organized while preserving their energy and independence. Make no mistake, these habits aren't just about cleaning. They're about creating a space that feels alive, welcoming, and effortless. Today, I'm going to share 16 daily practices from these inspiring homemakers that can transform your home into one that's not just clean, but filled with comfort and peace. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. 1. Share your city in the comments and hit subscribe for more wisdom tips. The cleanest, most inviting homes I've ever had the pleasure of visiting belong to seniors who adhere to just 4 simple yet profoundly effective daily habits. These aren't your typical cleaning hacks or high-effort routines, but rather small, consistent actions that they incorporate into their everyday lives. These habits are far from complicated, and yet they make a world of difference in how their homes feel and how they feel about their homes. One habit that truly stands out to me, and which I believe could transform anyone's space, is the practice of tidying up before bed. It's honestly one of the easiest and most rewarding ways to maintain a clean home, and let me tell you, the simplicity is truly deceptive. All it takes is a mere 10 to 15 minutes of picking up and straightening things before you go to bed. That's it. No deep cleaning involved, no scrubbing floors or washing windows, just a little effort to reset the space. And I promise you, it pays off in ways you never expected. There's something so peaceful and calming about waking up to a neat home. It sets the tone for the entire day ahead. Can you imagine starting your morning coffee while staring at a sink full of dirty dishes from the night before? It's jarring, and frankly, it just feels like a chore before the day has even begun. But when you take those few minutes the night before, you wake up to a fresh, welcoming environment, and that alone can shift your entire mood for the day. This habit works wonders because it gives you a sense of peace and control. When you wake up to order, it's so much easier to maintain that feeling throughout the day. You're not playing catch-up or feeling overwhelmed by clutter. Everything feels in its place, ready for you to enjoy. So what does this simple nightly cleanup look like? It's as easy as walking through your main rooms, picking up any stray coffee cups or glasses of water that were left behind, wiping down the kitchen counters, folding the throw blankets on your couch, and taking out any full trash bags. That's it. You don't need to spend an hour scrubbing, just a quick, intentional sweep through your home. And if you find it hard to stay focused, set a timer for 15 minutes. It's almost like a game, just a short burst of productivity, and you'll feel a great sense of accomplishment. I remember a conversation I had with Martha, a woman in her late 70s, who's been practicing this ritual for years in her cozy Boston home. When I asked her about the impact it had on her, she lit up, recalling how much it had changed her mornings. I used to dread walking into a messy kitchen first thing in the morning, she said with a laugh. Now, I just tidied up a bit while watching the evening news. I light my favorite candle and spend a few minutes straightening up, and it makes such a difference. My morning coffee tastes so much better when I'm not looking at yesterday's mess. Her words stuck with me because they reflect the truth of how small, mindful actions can create a ripple effect of peace and positivity in our daily lives. That little evening routine, though seemingly trivial, has the power to transform the way we feel about our home and ourselves. It's these kinds of practices, rooted in simplicity and consistency, that allow people to truly take pride in their space without feeling overwhelmed by the constant demands of cleaning. A tidy home isn't about perfection. It's about creating an environment that nurtures your well-being and offers you a sense of calm. In a world full of chaos, finding peace in these small daily habits can make all the difference. 2. Clean as they go. Here's another habit I've noticed in these seniors' homes that truly stands out. An incredibly effective, clever approach to keeping a space neat. They never, ever let messes pile up. Instead of waiting for everything to build into a mountain of tasks, they deal with the little things as soon as they appear. It's such a simple yet powerful strategy that makes all the difference in the world. Think about it for a moment. Isn't it so much easier to wipe up a fresh coffee spill before it stains, rather than scrubbing dried coffee marks hours or even days later? This is exactly the mindset that these sharp, seasoned homeowners have adopted. They've discovered that small, consistent actions now can save them from huge headaches later. It may sound simple, but this habit works wonders in maintaining an effortlessly clean home. The key is doing things in the moment before they turn into bigger tasks. For example, after breakfast, dishes go straight into the dishwasher. There's no hesitation, no thinking twice about it. The moment they notice dust on the coffee table, it's wiped away before it can settle in. If they see a stack of mail starting to pile up, they deal with it right then and there. No procrastination. It's the little moments of action that add up to a more organized, peaceful living space. And I think that's what makes this habit so emotionally fulfilling. It takes away the constant burden of catching up with your cleaning and makes the whole process feel so much lighter and less stressful. Take Robert, for example. He's a guy who spent over 40 years as a restaurant cook, and you can tell that he's brought that same efficiency and work ethic home with him. "In my kitchen, we always cleaned as we cooked," Robert says, his eyes lighting up as he recalls the rhythm of his former job. "Now I do the same at home. Even just wiping the counter after making a sandwich means I never have to face a huge mess. It's much easier on my back, too." And it's true. Robert's approach is rooted in practical experience, where he's learned firsthand that staying on top of things prevents unnecessary stress and strain. This habit isn't just about cleanliness, it's about self-care too. By addressing small messes right away, Robert saves his back from the pain of heavy scrubbing later. He's also investing in his emotional well-being because there's a certain peace that comes from not being overwhelmed by a mess that grows out of control. The beauty of this habit is that it empowers you to stay in charge of your environment rather than letting the environment take charge of you. There's something so calming and satisfying about knowing you've taken care of the little things, and that those little things add up to a big sense of order, making your space a truly nurturing place to be. What's incredible to me is how this approach mirrors life in so many ways. We often wait for problems to snowball, thinking they'll be easier to tackle later, when, in reality, dealing with issues as they arise can save us from much larger challenges down the road. It's a powerful lesson in mindfulness, and it speaks volumes about how small daily actions can shape our experience, whether it's maintaining a clean home or cultivating a peaceful mind. These seniors, through years of wisdom, have truly figured out that the key to a stress-free home is just taking care of the little things. One small, mindful action at a time. 3. Declutter continuously. You don't need to wait until spring cleaning rolls around to clear out the clutter and get rid of things you no longer use or need. The tidiest seniors I know follow one incredibly simple yet profoundly effective rule. They declutter just a little bit every single day. This ongoing, consistent approach works so well because it never becomes overwhelming. Instead of setting aside an entire weekend to sort through piles of things, they make small, intentional decisions every day about what to keep and what to let go of. It's this gentle, incremental process that keeps their homes organized without the stress or exhaustion that often comes with big cleaning sessions. This method works beautifully because it's easy to sustain. Rather than facing a massive task all at once, they simply focus on one small decision at a time, making it feel manageable and even satisfying. For example, they keep a donation box in their closet, always ready to accept anything that no longer serves them. When they try on a shirt that no longer fits quite right, it goes straight into the donation box. Did you find an old magazine while dusting? They recycle it immediately. If they notice duplicate kitchen tools or extra gadgets that are taking up space, they simply choose their favorite and donate the extra. Little by little, their home becomes more streamlined and their living space feels lighter and more peaceful. I was talking to Sarah, a woman in her 70s who's lived in the same cozy Chicago home for years, and she told me about a game she plays to keep things under control. "I play a little game called One In, One Out," she said, laughing as she explained the concept. "If I buy a new sweater, an old one has to go. It keeps my closet neat and I enjoy everything I own. Sarah's approach is a perfect example of how this method doesn't just keep the clutter at bay, it also fosters a deeper appreciation for what you have. By being selective about what stays and what goes, she ensures that her home is filled with items that truly bring her joy, rather than things that merely occupy space. It's not just about keeping a tidy home in the present either. Sarah also shared how this simple habit of daily decluttering has another emotional benefit. It's a way of easing the burden on her family down the road. "My kids won't have to deal with so much stuff later," she said thoughtfully. "I could see the peace of mind that comes from knowing she's not leaving behind an overwhelming collection of items for her children to sift through." It's a way of taking care of both herself and her loved ones, and it's a small, thoughtful act of self-care that truly pays off in the long run. What's truly beautiful about Sarah's method is the deeper lesson it teaches about mindfulness and gratitude. Instead of holding on to things out of obligation or habit, Sarah chooses to keep only the things that truly matter to her. And through this process of letting go, she creates a space where only the things that bring her joy remain. It's not just about cleanliness, it's about cultivating a life filled with intention, freedom, and peace. It's a powerful reminder that decluttering isn't just about tidying up your space, it's about creating room for what truly serves you, emotionally, mentally, and physically. 4. Prioritize high-traffic areas. Here's a secret that might just put your mind at ease. The cleanest homes aren't necessarily the ones that are perfectly spotless in every nook and cranny. The tidiest seniors I've come across take a more thoughtful and practical approach. They focus their energy on the areas they use most often. It makes so much sense when you think about it. Why waste the same amount of time and effort cleaning a guest room that's rarely used when your kitchen, where you cook every day, needs more attention? By concentrating on high traffic areas and spaces that truly matter, they manage to keep their homes feeling fresh and inviting without burning themselves out. This approach is all about prioritization. Most seniors I've spoken to focus their attention on what Janet calls the everyday spaces. These are the areas that are used most frequently: kitchen counters, bathroom sinks, living room seating, and main walkways. These are the spaces visitors see, sure, but more importantly, they're the spaces you interact with every day. These areas are the heart of your home, and when they're tidy, the entire home feels cleaner, no matter what the guest room or closet might look like. Janet, who lives in a beautifully maintained home in Florida, gave me a great insight when she showed me around. "I focus on what I call my golden triangle," she explained. "That's the path between my kitchen, living room, and bathroom. Keep these areas clean, and the whole house feels fresh. Nobody's checking behind my bookcase anyway." What's brilliant about this method is how it gives you the freedom to let go of the guilt that comes with not having every surface in your home pristine. Instead of getting bogged down by unrealistic expectations, Janet and many others focus on what matters, those key areas where life happens, where you move through your day, and where comfort and cleanliness count. It's an emotionally liberating approach because it acknowledges that we don't need to be perfect in every corner. We just need to create a space that feels good to live in. Now that we've covered the foundation of these effective habits, it's time to look at how successful seniors organize their daily cleaning routines to make everything even easier. The best part about these strategies is that they don't require hours of scrubbing or intense cleaning marathons. Instead, these seniors have developed simple, daily habits that, when combined, help maintain an effortlessly clean home without feeling like a constant burden. It's all about creating small, manageable tasks that you can incorporate into your daily rhythm. This way, cleaning doesn't feel like something you have to do, but something you simply do as part of your routine. When it comes to making cleaning easier and more effective, this is where the real magic happens. By setting yourself up for success with a few simple, consistent actions every day. Let's dive into how these seniors master their cleaning schedules with ease. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. 5. Create a morning routine. The secret to maintaining a consistently clean home often begins with something as simple as the first hour of your day. The most organized and tidy seniors I've met all share a common thread. They follow a straightforward morning routine that helps set them up for success. This early rhythm is incredibly effective because it gives your day a clean, fresh start, and tackling small tasks at the beginning of the day prevents them from piling up when you're tired later. It's almost like paying yourself first, but instead of finances, you're investing in the cleanliness and organization of your home. A good morning routine doesn't have to be complicated at all. It's about simplicity and consistency. It starts with the small, almost effortless tasks that you do first thing after waking up. For example, making your bed takes just 2 minutes, but it instantly makes the room look cleaner and gives you a sense of accomplishment right away. Opening the curtains to let in some natural light and fresh air creates an uplifting atmosphere in your home. And emptying the dishwasher while your coffee brews helps keep your kitchen neat without requiring much energy. It's a beautiful little ritual that adds up over time. Nothing heavy or complicated, just a few simple tasks that get you moving and set the tone for the rest of the day. I had a conversation with Alice, a woman who's kept her Minneapolis home spotless for over 30 years, and she told me exactly how this morning routine works for her. My morning routine is like a quiet dance, she said with a soft smile. I do these little things while listening to the morning news. Before I know it, everything's tidy, and I haven't even finished my first cup of coffee. Alice's words truly resonate because it shows that these seemingly small habits, when practiced consistently, make a world of difference. What's amazing about this routine is how effortless it feels. By the time Alice's coffee is ready, her home is already organized, leaving her with more time and energy for the rest of the day. This morning routine sets the stage for success, and what's even more beautiful is how it creates momentum. You start your day feeling accomplished, calm, and in control, and that energy flows throughout the rest of your day. The brilliance of this approach is that it doesn't demand much from you. It's simply about forming tiny habits that compound over time, turning your mornings into a moment of peace and productivity. Alice's routine is a wonderful reminder that small, mindful actions can set you up for the kind of home and life you want without ever feeling overwhelmed or exhausted. It's a peaceful, gentle way to keep your home in order while nurturing your well-being. 6. Use smart storage solutions. Ever notice how the tidiest homes always seem to have a place for everything? It's not just a coincidence, it's a deliberate choice. The smartest seniors I know rely on simple yet highly effective storage strategies to keep their homes organized without the stress of constant tidying. Good storage isn't just about hiding things away, it's about creating systems that make it easy to put things back where they belong and, just as importantly, to find them again when you need them. When everything has its designated place, keeping your home tidy becomes almost second nature. You no longer have to scramble to find your keys or sift through a drawer of random items. Instead, you can live with a sense of calm knowing that every item has its home. The key is to look for storage solutions that make sense for your lifestyle. Clear containers in the pantry are a perfect example. When you can see what's inside, it's not just easier to find what you need, it also prevents items from getting lost or forgotten. A basket by your favorite chair for remotes, reading glasses, or magazines helps keep your living room clutter-free, while hooks near the door for keys and coats ensure that the essentials are always within reach. These simple solutions work wonders because they're easy to maintain and require little thought to implement. I remember talking to Tom, who made the decision to downsize to a cozy apartment 5 years ago, and he shared how these simple storage tricks have transformed his space. I use those clear shoeboxes for everything now, Tom explained, his eyes lighting up as he talked about it. They stack neatly, I can see what's inside, and they're light enough for me to handle easily. No more mystery boxes in my closets. His approach is so practical and efficient that it's a reminder that the smallest changes can have the biggest impact. By using clear containers, Tom has turned the process of organizing into something effortless, and he no longer has to spend time wondering where things are or digging through boxes of things he can't remember. What's beautiful about Tom's system is that it's not just about having a tidy home. It's about creating an environment where things are easy to manage and where living with less clutter makes life feel more peaceful and organized. When everything is in its place, you can focus your energy on what truly matters, rather than constantly wrestling with disorganization. It's a subtle yet powerful change that brings a sense of control and order to daily life. For Tom and many others, these small storage tricks are a simple way to reclaim a sense of peace and ease in the home, proving that sometimes the best solutions are the simplest ones. 7. Stick to small, manageable tasks. Here's something surprising that I've noticed in the cleanest homes. They aren't cleaned all at once. Instead, smart seniors take a much more manageable approach by breaking up their cleaning tasks into small, easy chunks. This method works wonders because it removes the feeling of being overwhelmed. Instead of trying to clean the entire house in one exhausting day, you focus on one small area at a time. It's like giving yourself a series of mini accomplishments each day, which makes the process feel much more attainable. For example, Monday could be dusting the living room, Tuesday might be bathroom day, and Wednesday could be vacuuming. Each task is short, sweet, and takes only 15 to 20 minutes tops. This approach makes cleaning feel more like an ongoing rhythm rather than a dreaded marathon. It's a system that allows you to stay on top of things without exhausting yourself. And because it's spaced out, you're not spending your whole Saturday in a cleaning frenzy only to end up worn out and frustrated. It's a consistent, low-effort routine that keeps your home sparkling without draining your energy. I had a heart-to-heart with Betty, who's lived in her immaculately maintained Denver home for years. She shared her story with me and laughed as she admitted, "I used to try cleaning everything all in one day on Saturday. It would wear me out, and by the end of the day I was too tired to even enjoy the clean house I'd worked so hard for." Then she discovered the power of breaking it down into daily tasks. "Now I do a little bit each day while watching my favorite shows. It's much easier on my joints, and my house is always company ready." Betty's story truly illustrates how breaking down cleaning tasks into manageable chunks can work magic for both your home and your well-being. It's a routine that doesn't demand everything from you all at once. It's simply about making small, consistent efforts every day that add up to a beautifully maintained home. What's wonderful about this system is that it's not only easier on the body, it's also a way to stay ahead of the mess. By cleaning a little bit each day, there's never that dreaded feeling of being buried under clutter. You can walk into any room knowing that everything is in its place and ready for guests at a moment's notice. It's a relaxed, sustainable approach to cleanliness that prioritizes self-care and peace of mind. 8. Keep cleaning supplies handy. Want to know another secret behind effortlessly clean homes? It's simple, but incredibly effective. Keep your cleaning supplies where you have them. This straightforward approach works because it eliminates the extra steps that often make cleaning feel like a chore. When you see a mess, you want to be able to take care of it right away, not trudge across the house to fetch supplies. The more accessible your cleaning tools are, the more likely you are to tackle those little messes as they appear, preventing them from building up into bigger, more overwhelming tasks. Think about it. Keeping basic cleaning supplies in each bathroom means you can quickly wipe down the sink after brushing your teeth or spray down the shower after a quick rinse. Storing a dust cloth in the living room drawer lets you clean up those little spots without having to leave the room. And by having a broom and dustpan in both the kitchen and garage, you're never too far from what you need to sweep up crumbs or dust. These small, thoughtful placements of cleaning tools make a huge difference in how easily you can keep your space tidy. Richard, a man I met who's perfected this system, showed me his clever setup when I visited his home. "I keep a cleaning caddy on each floor," he explained, pointing to the convenient containers he has in his kitchen, bathroom, and even near the stairs. "Just paper towels, all-purpose cleaner, and basic supplies. When I notice something needs cleaning, I can take care of it right away, no excuses." Richard's approach is so simple, yet it's incredibly effective. By making cleaning supplies visible and within arm's reach, he's eliminated the barrier that many of us face when it comes to maintaining a tidy home. There's no need to procrastinate. When cleaning is quick and easy, it's much more likely to get done. Now that we've covered some of the most practical daily organization tips, let's dive into something just as important: making cleaning more enjoyable. How can we create a positive environment and mindset around cleaning so that it doesn't feel like a burden, but rather an easy and even rewarding part of our day? Successful seniors know that creating a space that feels uplifting and peaceful goes beyond just tidying up. It's about setting the right tone so that cleaning feels like a natural and even enjoyable activity. Let's explore how seniors create this positive mindset, an environment that transforms cleaning from a chore into a satisfying daily habit. 9. Invite nature in. Have you ever noticed how the most welcoming homes often have a subtle yet undeniable touch of nature? It's not just about decorating with plants or flowers. There's a deeper, more emotional connection between the natural world and the feeling of cleanliness and calm in your space. Bringing nature indoors creates a fresh, alive atmosphere that automatically makes your home feel cleaner. It's the kind of environment that invites you to relax, breathe deeply, and take pride in your surroundings. Fresh air and natural elements work together to create a sense of renewal, filling your home with energy and peace. And when you have plants or fresh flowers around, there's a bonus. They motivate you to keep your home tidy. It's really about keeping it simple. Small touches of nature can make a huge difference. One easy habit that works wonders is to open your windows for just 10 minutes each morning. Let in the fresh air and allow your space to feel alive with the energy of the outside world. A little plant on your coffee table, like a peace lily, can bring a touch of tranquility into your living room, while keeping a small herb garden on your kitchen windowsill, perhaps some basil or mint, adds a lovely green touch and a delightful scent to your daily routine. Grace, a woman I had the pleasure of visiting, shared her own experience with this. "My little herb garden makes my whole kitchen feel alive," she says, her eyes sparkling as she shows off her thriving plants. "When I water them each morning, I naturally wipe down the counters too, and nothing beats fresh mint in my tea." Grace's words reflect the subtle beauty of incorporating nature into your daily routine. The act of caring for her plants doesn't just keep her kitchen looking beautiful, it also encourages her to maintain a tidier space, all while adding a lovely, natural fragrance to her day. It's such a simple, almost effortless routine, but it has an incredibly profound effect on both the physical and emotional atmosphere of a home. Nature brings life to the space, inspires a sense of responsibility and pride, and helps create a cleaner, more vibrant environment. It's a gentle reminder that sometimes the simplest additions, like fresh air, plants, and herbs, can breathe new life into our homes, making them feel not just cleaner, but more inviting and uplifting. 10. Reflect on the why. The cleanest homes belong to people who understand that cleaning is about so much more than just chores. These individuals recognize the deeper meaning behind their tidy habits. When you understand your why, the personal reasons that motivate you, it transforms cleaning from a mundane task into something more purposeful and fulfilling. It's no longer about just scrubbing floors or wiping counters. It's about creating an environment that aligns with your values and makes you feel good in your own space. For some, a clean home represents independence, a sense of autonomy in a world where so many things are outside of our control. For others, it may be about being ready to welcome family and friends, knowing that your space reflects care and warmth. Take a moment to think about what matters most to you. Is it the pride of maintaining your own space, the joy of hosting your grandkids for a sleepover, or the peace of mind that comes with a home that's orderly and calm? The reasons behind our cleaning habits are deeply personal, and when we tap into that emotional connection, it changes how we approach the task entirely. David, a retired teacher I had the honor of speaking with, shared a beautiful perspective on this. "I keep my home tidy because it makes me feel in control," he told me, his voice steady but filled with emotion. "After my wife passed, keeping our home the way she loved it helped me feel connected to her. It's not about cleaning, it's about caring." David's words were a poignant reminder that for some, cleaning isn't about the surface-level act of tidying up. It's about honoring memories, maintaining a sense of connection, and expressing love in the simplest ways. For him, keeping the house neat and organized is a way to preserve the bond he had with his late wife, and it brings him peace and solace in a world that can sometimes feel chaotic. When you understand your why, cleaning becomes more than just a task to cross off a list. It becomes an expression of self-care, connection, and pride. It's a way of nurturing not only your home, but also your emotional well-being. It's about creating a space that reflects what matters most to you, whether that's independence, family, or the cherished memories of loved ones. And that's when cleaning stops feeling like a chore. It becomes a meaningful ritual that enriches your life in ways you may never have expected. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. 11. Adopt seasonal deep cleaning. Smart seniors understand that not all cleaning tasks require constant attention. Some tasks only need to be tackled once a season, and this approach helps keep the home feeling fresh year-round without overwhelming yourself. Seasonal cleaning works so well because it allows you to break down those big, daunting tasks into manageable, natural chunks. Rather than scrambling to do everything at once, you're working with the natural rhythm of the year. This method ensures that you never feel like you're falling behind, while still keeping your home tidy and cared for throughout the changing seasons. For instance, spring might be the perfect time for washing windows, airing out closets, and freshening up the home after the long winter months. As the weather cools down in the fall, you might turn your attention to tasks like flipping mattresses, deep cleaning carpets, or preparing your home for the colder months ahead. The beauty of this system is that it's not about doing everything at once. You can space out the tasks, focusing on just one big project each week within the season. This keeps things manageable, and before you know it, your home feels refreshed and ready for the next season without the stress of trying to do it all in one go. Margaret, a senior I spoke to from her bright, welcoming home in Michigan, shared how this seasonal cleaning routine works wonders for her. I follow the seasons, she explained, her voice calm and confident. Spring and fall are my big cleaning times, just like my mother taught me, but I keep it manageable. Maybe one big task each week of the season. Margaret's approach is a great example of how cleaning doesn't have to be a constant, exhausting effort. By aligning her task with the natural shifts of the year, she's able to maintain a clean and comfortable home without feeling burdened by a never-ending to-do list. This seasonal approach to cleaning not only helps keep your home in great shape, but also gives you a sense of control and accomplishment. You're not trying to do everything at once. Instead, you're pacing yourself, giving each task the attention it deserves at the right time. This method allows for a cleaner, more organized home without the stress of overscheduling or burnout. It's a beautiful way to work with the flow of the year and make cleaning feel like a natural part of the changing seasons. 12. Create zones for activities. Notice how the most organized homes seem to have clear purposes for each space? That's no coincidence. Smart seniors create specific zones for different daily activities, and this intentional design makes a world of difference. These zones work because they help contain the activities and all the related items so nothing feels scattered or out of place. For example, your reading corner stays tidy because everything you need for your cozy retreat is right there, within arm's reach. There's no need to leave the space to find a book, bookmark, or blanket. Everything has its home, and that keeps the area neat and inviting. Creating these thoughtful zones is all about setting up areas that make sense for your lifestyle. A cozy reading nook might have good lighting, a comfortable chair, and a basket for books, while a bill-paying station would have all the necessary supplies close by. If you're someone who enjoys hobbies, a designated craft corner or hobby area with easy-to-reach storage ensures that everything stays organized and ready for use. By dedicating specific areas for specific activities, the whole home feels more intentional and cohesive. Helen, a woman I spoke with who lives in a beautifully organized home, shared how this method has worked wonders for her. "Everything in my home has its spot," she said, proudly showing me her craft corner. "My knitting stays in my sitting room, and my puzzles have their table by the window. When I finish an activity, everything goes right back to its home." Helen's system is a perfect example of how having a designated place for everything not only keeps her home organized, but also makes it easier to enjoy her hobbies without worrying about clutter. The act of returning items to their designated spots is simple, but it ensures that everything remains orderly and easy to access. Now let's look at how seniors go beyond just creating organized spaces. They also know how to make cleaning a more enjoyable and social activity. Successful seniors often turn cleaning into a shared experience, whether it's by involving a partner or family member, or simply making it a part of their daily routine. They follow simple schedules that make cleaning feel less like a chore and more like a manageable part of their day. By sticking to a routine, cleaning becomes predictable and less stressful, and by turning it into a social activity, it's a way to bond while staying productive. Rather than dreading cleaning days, these seniors make it a more enjoyable part of their lifestyle. Whether it's listening to music together, chatting while tidying up, or taking turns handling different tasks, the focus isn't just on cleaning, it's on sharing the experience and maintaining a harmonious environment together. When cleaning becomes a social, shared activity, it's no longer a solo burden. It becomes something you look forward to. The key is to make cleaning fit seamlessly into your life, not as an overwhelming task, but as a natural, easy part of your routine that's more enjoyable and less stressful. 13. Make cleaning a social, relaxing activity. Ever thought that cleaning could be fun? It might sound surprising, but the happiest seniors I know have discovered the secret to turning cleaning into an enjoyable activity. Instead of dreading the chore, they've found a way to combine it with something they already love doing. This approach is brilliant because it makes cleaning feel like a natural, rewarding part of your day rather than something you have to force yourself to do. When you pair cleaning with something you enjoy, it becomes a much more pleasant experience, and you may even start looking forward to it. For example, why not listen to an audiobook while you're dusting? It's a great way to make the time pass quickly while indulging in a good story. Or maybe you could call a friend on speakerphone while folding laundry, catching up on life and doing something productive at the same time. If you're ironing, throw on your favorite TV show, and before you know it, the task is done and you've had some entertainment along the way. By blending cleaning with something enjoyable, the process becomes less about the work and more about making the most of your time. Mary, a lively senior I spoke with, shared how she and her neighbor have turned cleaning into a fun, social event. Every Thursday, my neighbor Jane comes over, Mary explained with a laugh. We clean our kitchens together, share a cup of coffee, and catch up on all the neighborhood news. Before we know it, everything's sparkling and we've had a wonderful visit. Mary's story is a perfect example of how cleaning can be transformed into something enjoyable. What started as a task became a chance for connection, conversation, and even a bit of fun. The beauty of this approach is that it turns cleaning into something social, relaxing, and productive all at once. You're not just ticking off tasks, you're making the most of your time by adding a personal touch. Whether it's catching up with a friend, listening to an audiobook, or watching your favorite show, combining cleaning with something you enjoy can make it feel less like a chore and more like a satisfying, enjoyable part of your day. The result? A clean home and a heart full of happy moments. 14. Plan a weekly deep cleaning day. While daily tidying keeps things looking nice and neat, successful seniors understand the importance of setting aside one specific day each week for deeper cleaning. Having a set day for these bigger tasks works wonders because it takes the guesswork out of when to tackle those more time-consuming chores. It's a routine that helps prevent procrastination and ensures that your home gets a thorough cleaning every week. By setting aside just a couple of hours, you can give your home the attention it needs to stay truly fresh and spotless. The beauty of this approach is that once it becomes part of your weekly rhythm, it's something you don't have to think about. You don't have to decide when to vacuum under the furniture or wipe down those baseboards. Those tasks have their designated day and you can trust that they'll get done. Choose a day that works best for you. Maybe Saturday morning when you're already feeling productive, or perhaps Wednesday afternoon when things are a little quieter. Use this time to tackle more detailed chores like cleaning the fridge, washing windows, or doing a deep cleaning of the bathrooms. Just an hour or two of focused work can make a huge difference in how your home feels. Bob, a retired mailman, shared his weekly routine with me, and it's a perfect example of how scheduling cleaning days can bring structure and satisfaction to your week. Wednesday is my cleaning day, Bob said with a grin. After breakfast, I turn on some old rock and roll and get to work. My kids know not to call before noon. That's my cleaning time. Bob's routine works so well because it's part of his weekly schedule. There's no stress about when he'll get around to cleaning. He simply follows his plan, enjoys his music, and knocks out those big tasks while knowing he set himself up for a clean home. By setting aside a designated cleaning day each week, you give yourself the space to do the deeper cleaning that keeps your home in top condition. It's a small investment of time, but the impact is huge. It helps create a clean, organized, and peaceful living space that you can feel proud of without feeling overwhelmed. The key is consistency. When cleaning becomes part of your weekly routine, it no longer feels like a burden, but rather a manageable, satisfying task. 15. Maintain a laundry schedule. The tidiest seniors know the secret to keeping laundry from becoming a mountain of stress. They follow a simple, consistent schedule. This approach prevents laundry from piling up and taking over your bedroom or laundry room. By doing laundry regularly, you'll always have clean clothes, towels, and linens ready when you need them, and the process becomes much more manageable. The key is making it a part of your routine so it never feels like an overwhelming task. Many seniors find success by doing one load every other day or setting specific days for different types of laundry. For example, you might designate Mondays for clothes and Fridays for sheets and towels. The beauty of this method is that it keeps laundry from piling up while also ensuring that everything stays fresh. When you're not waiting until you run out of clean clothes or towels, laundry becomes just another part of your regular schedule. Nothing to stress over, just another task to tick off your list. Patricia, who has a perfectly organized laundry room, shared her routine with me. I do my laundry every Monday and Thursday, she explained, smiling as she showed me her efficient system. 2 loads each time and everything gets folded and put away the same day. No more piles of clean clothes sitting around. Patricia's routine works because it's simple, consistent, and effective. By sticking to a schedule, she ensures that her laundry never gets out of hand, and she avoids the frustration of having clean clothes sitting in a basket for days on end. What's wonderful about this approach is that it takes the pressure off. You don't have to spend an entire day catching up on laundry or feel overwhelmed by a growing pile of clothes. Instead, you break the task into smaller, more manageable chunks. Plus, you're always prepared when you need clean clothes or fresh sheets. They're already taken care of. With a little routine and consistency, laundry becomes a breeze, and you'll be able to keep your home tidy without the stress of letting it pile up. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. 16. Embrace seasonal maintenance. The wisest seniors understand that maintaining a home goes far beyond just daily cleaning. They recognize that each season brings its own set of maintenance needs, and they take the time to address them regularly. This proactive approach to home upkeep prevents larger problems from arising and ensures that everything runs smoothly year-round. By handling small tasks as they come up, they save themselves from dealing with bigger, more expensive repairs down the road. Regular maintenance doesn't need to be complicated. It's about staying on top of the little things. For example, changing your air filters with the changing seasons, testing your smoke detectors to make sure they're working properly, and cleaning out your gutters in the fall. These are simple tasks, but they make a huge difference in how well your home functions. By staying on top of these maintenance needs, you create a home that's comfortable, safe, and well-maintained all year long. Jim, a former handyman, shared how this approach works for him. I keep a little notebook with seasonal tasks, he said, proudly showing me his neatly organized list. Spring is for checking window screens and air conditioning. Fall is for heating systems and weather stripping. Nothing gets forgotten and my home stays comfortable all year. Jim's system is a perfect example of how a little bit of planning can go a long way. With everything written down, he doesn't have to remember each task. He simply checks his notebook and handles what needs attention. The result? A home that is always in good condition and prepared for whatever the season brings. What's so valuable about this method is that it takes the stress out of home maintenance. Instead of scrambling to fix things when they break, you're staying ahead of potential issues by dealing with small tasks before they become big problems. The best part is that these tasks are manageable. They don't require much time or energy, but they make a world of difference in the long run. With a little seasonal upkeep, your home remains a place of comfort and safety, and you can enjoy each season without worrying about unexpected repairs. And there you have it. From creating simple routines to turning cleaning into a fun and social activity, we've covered a lot of valuable tips today to help you maintain a tidy, organized, and comfortable home. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What has resonated with you the most so far? What's one thing you've learned today that you're going to start practicing in your own life? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more helpful tips and insights. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.